Yes, my dear friends, welcome back to the channel GH247. Wherever you are on the globe, especially that is in the diaspora, this is your channel. Like the video and share the video. A lot is happening on the continent of Africa, more especially Ghana. Yes, and this is your channel GH247 News. GH247 News. Like the video once again and let me hear from you in the comment section. Now, before I go into the latest news, a lot is happening in Ghana. Oh yes, a lot of scandals. A lot of scandals on the previous administration. The erstwhile Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's government. A lot of scandals from the finance ministry to the National Service Secretariat, National Service Secretariat, NSS. I'll be bringing all your way in the next few minutes. But quickly, before I continue, I want you to watch this short video from our ex-president, Jerry John Rawlings, the late. Yes, His Excellency, the late Jerry John Rawlings. Listen to what he has to say.
3 people in a room. By the following morning, one was dead. And the other 2 who were alive were arrested and taken to court. And as they were asking them, or as the proceedings were going on, the case was beginning to find one of them guilty. And they were going to make a pronouncement on him. You know what he asked? The one who's alive, he and I, we come from the same village. We've sworn on the Bible, sworn on the Quran, sworn on the sword, and yet I'm the one being found guilty. Please, I beg the judge, etc., take us to the village we come from. We have a shrine over there, and let us go and swear on that shrine and see whether I am innocent or he is the culprit. Whether I am the murderer or he is the culprit. That's all the question I asked these Catholic priests. They could not answer me. Because they know you're not going to swallow any poison, but they know that we don't fear that Bible, we don't fear that Quran, but when it comes to our shrine, that one we dare not joke with it, we'll go and tell the truth. The white man who brought the Bible into my country, your continent, the Muslim who brought whatever it is, he's the same person who has gone and invented the lie detector test, the chemical interrogation test. I would dare you to go and line up some of your finest policemen, some of your finest heads, some of your finest, what you call it, judges. Make any allegations against me, you included. Whatever questions you want to ask, take me through a chemical interrogation. I will be the one who will pass. I wonder how many of you will pass. You know something, Chief? If we can learn to be bold enough to restore the value of truth in our society, then we will have justice. Without truth, we cannot get justice.
Well, you've heard it all. You've seen it all. We don't fear the Bible any longer. Christians, we don't fear the Bible any longer. A Christian will hold a Bible and swear, or he will swear on the Bible, knowing that God is not going to act immediately or instantly. There are Muslim brothers, they don't fear the Quran any longer. But what we fear is that spiritual man in our village, that shrine in our village. 2 men living together, 3 people living together. One was killed. And between the rest of the 2, they know who killed that man. Yet they got to the court. The one who even did the killing refused to admit that he's the one. You heard a story from ex-president Jerry John Rawlings. That is a scandalous attitude. National Service Secretariat hit with scandals. Inside story, dear friend. These people on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, they must face the law. The current government, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and his new administration, they are up to the task. And hey, if you are a Ghanaian, believe in this man. All these people on your screen, they will surely have to pay. The rot being discovered at the National Service Secretariat from 2017 to 2024 is sickening. It is sickening. Was it a mistake that Ghanaians made by voting for Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and his government to come into power in 2017? It was, in fact, it was actually an error, even to give them second term in office. And when they were doing everything possible to maintain, to maintain power, that breaking the eight, why they don't want to leave power? Because of the rot they know they've created. They wanted to win this election again, the largest election again, so that they can cover up their mess and all the scandals and all the thievery and all the robbery, naked robbery. They were robbing Ghanaians. I thought President Nana Addo promised to keep the public purse. He promised to protect the public purse. Right now, we can't even find the purse, talk less of the money in the purse. They've stolen the purse together with the money and left the country broke. It is sickening, the rot discovered at the National Service Secretariat. How on earth would we have over 80,000 ghost names, people that are not living, ghost names, including a 90-year-old, siphoning a 90-year-old in the National Service Secretariat database, receiving wages and salaries every month. Listen, dear friends, I just can't understand how officials bypass validation process to stuff payroll with ghost names. I just can't get it. This man and a lady on your screen, I just couldn't believe or get it. How? How did they get it done? The scandal, in fact, 226 students with the same name. 226 students with the same name, the same program, the same university identified in the national service system. For instance, your name is John. Your name is John Okafor. Yes, let me just use that name. And John Okafor appeared in the system, in the computer database of National Service Secretariat. John Okafor. That name and that ID card appeared 226 times. And every month, John Okafor, number one, is receiving 700 plus Ghana cedis. John Okafor, number two, is receiving, so that one person, 700 plus Ghana cedis times 226. One name, one ID card. They just duplicate it. In total, over 80,000 duplications. Over 80,000 duplicate names when the people are not actually existing. But at the end of the month, they account the system, they will account for it, and the money will be released from the finance ministry, and these people are pocketing the money. Come on. I'm not too sure if I have the figure here, but I would like you to calculate something for me. Somebody should get a phone. Get a phone quickly. And get me 715 times 81,000. 715 times 81,000. I want to show it to our viewers. 715 times 81,000. Very, very interesting. $715 times 81,000. Thank you. 57,915,000 every month. I hope it's showing there. 57,915,000 every month going into individual pockets. These are not people who are actually benefiting. These are fake names alone in the system, ghost names alone in the system, receiving salary every month from National Service Secretariat alone. Now, you have to multiply this figure by 12. Multiply this figure by 12. That's 1 year. Let's see how much they are making in a year. 694,980,000. 694,980,000. That is the amount these guys are pocketing every year from the national coffers. In a year. For ghost names in the system. How? Now, I want you to watch this video. Maybe I'm not explaining it better. Watch this video. In a few minutes, I'll be back.
Fake thing. In 2022-2023 service year, for example, we discovered during the analysis that some 226 students had the same name, doing the same program, in the same university, in one academic year.
226
226
students. They had the same name.
Yes, the same name.
Alfredo Kansi. 226
226 students.
Had the same
in the
Alfredo
same
Kansi.
university, doing the same program, in the same academic year.
Alfredo Kansi, University of Ghana.
Yes.
Political Science.
Political Science. 2022, 2023. You know, so, and the person's name is Abubakar Fuseni. And the index number given was this. And you have 226 Abubakar Fuseni.
What is his age? What's the age they gave him?
And the age is 59.
59 years.
And this is from the National Service System. It's not like somebody telling us or whatever. This is data, you know, scratched from their system, taken from their system. So a 59-year-old Abubakar Fuseni, 226 of them
had the same Abubakar as Fuseni.
Yes, doing integrated development studies, University of Development Studies, you know, in the same year. Now, UDS, yesterday I saw posts on social media saying, oh, we don't even do UDS now. We don't do integrated development studies. That program now is with the SD, is it SD Jumbo or something, in WA. But this is a creation of some people. They just have to create something and assign a university, you know. So you have 226.
You've seen it. This is not my story. I'm not cooking up any story. I am not cooking up any story. How? Ghana. This is more than scandalous. And they must go to jail. They must go to jail. Oh yes, the former finance minister that has been declared wanted by the OSP, special prosecutor. Yes, his case is there. We have been told that his lawyer says he'll make himself available by May. So I understand the OSP want to withdraw the fugitive tag and the most wanted man in Ghana. In fact, the most wanted man in Africa right now is the former Ghanaian finance minister, Ken Ofori-Atta. Yes. But then, the rot in the system, my goodness, my country Ghana, we are suffering. No wonder they said it, that there's money in the system. We don't need to go borrowing. And His Excellency, President John Mahama, we are being told, World Bank, IMF want to give Ghana extension of the loan facility. That means that they want to give us more loan. The president says no. He says no. This is a man that knows how to manage. Listen, President Mahama, in his first tenure in office, 2012 to 2016, drove development agenda, solved the energy crisis before leaving in 2017. Before leaving power in 2017. The energy crisis, the electricity issue have been solved. In that election year of 2016, the energy crisis, the electricity crisis has been solved. And he introduced ESLA and a GET fund. These are funds that have been introduced to protect the energy sector. The MPP that came into power, New Patriotic Party, criticized President John Mahama and his elsewhere administration But they failed in 8 years with slogans. They failed in their 8 years that they ruled Ghana with slogans, debt restructuring, corruption, and reviving the energy crisis. NPP framework is to enrich themselves. Even under Nkrumah regime, the same thing they did. And they are still doing it. Property owning democracy. The record speaks for themselves. President Mahama tackled real issues and tangible solutions, while the NPP kept playing the blame game, covering their failures with empty slogans. 8 years later, they've left behind an economy that is in shambles, energy problems they once mocked, and a debt crisis they swore would never happen under them. History won't be kind to them at all. I end my case. Dear friends, I'll be back with more exclusives in the coming hours. This is GH247 News. Wherever you are, like the video, share the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Shalom.